Hey everyone, welcome back to Brownlow Books. I'm doing a review for you today. It was a book club pick that was already on my shelf. And I feel like I'm not so much reviewing the book as I am just kind of talking about some points of the book that people seem to focus on and just be like, yeah, that. It might be short, it might be long, who knows. We'll see when we get there. So the book is Educated by Tara Westover. As I said, book club pick, not my pick, but I did already own it because, I feel like this was all people were talking about in 2018. Is that when it came out? Probably. All right. I feel like it's all people were talking about in 2018, 2019. Like, it was one of the books. It was the memoir of that year kind of thing. So yeah, let's talk about it. I enjoyed reading it. Not a problem. Some problems. But as a whole, I was just like, I enjoyed reading this story. I see online a lot of people blaming Mormonism for, the abuse that she suffered. But, literally any religion can take the extremist notion that this particular family did. I feel like Mormonism just kind of starts a little bit closer to the extreme than some other religions. So there's that. The whole prepper kind of thing is another thing where people are like, Mormons are fucking weird. And I'm like, no, not just Mormons doing that. It is not 100% guaranteed. There are some crazy ass mofos out there doing it in their backyard too. Alright? So it's literally just angry white men with paranoid psychosis and other mental illnesses who are just like, yeah, the people are coming for us, we gotta prepare for this shit. Also, on that fucking note, how many people had a good time in early 2020 with the fucking pandemic starting, where all these preppers were like, I'm ready to fight for my fucking country, and everyone was like, oh, but you actually just have to be nice to each other and that's how we're gonna get through this, and they were like, I don't want to do that, and everyone's like, guess we don't need you then. Fucking loved it. Alright, that was a tangent. I see a lot of people as well questioning whether the abuse and shit she went through with her family is real. Having read a lot of other horrible stories, seen a lot of horrible things, I never really questioned that. I was like, yeah, there's families like this. And yeah, there's a reason they live in the, rural areas. But yeah, so I never really questioned that. However, what I did question was how easily she got into university and how easy she was doing shit there and how easy she got fucking scholarships and people paying for other shit so she never had to fucking worry about anything. I was just like, are things different in the US or England? Because, that was too easy. Your schoolwork was too easy. Getting money and going through everything was too easy. Keeping house was too... I know I'm not the only person who had a hard time during university, alright? I know everyone. I know a lot of people did, alright? So it's just kind of like, how are you doing this? That was what I kind of felt was a little unbelievable. A little too much, I was like, I don't maybe doubt it per se, but I was just like, is it as easy as you said? Don't doubt the whole thing. Also, fun fact, I got my bachelor degrees the same year she got hers. 2008. How fun is that? So yeah, like I said, it was an enjoyable enough read filled with horrible things. But I enjoyed the language and the way it was written. It wasn't, overly pretentious for the sake of being pretentious. It wasn't super dumbed down. It was just kind of there was I enjoyed the beauty to her home life, even though her home life was not beautiful at all. It's just this shit thing happening in this really beautiful area. I enjoyed that, having grown up very much on a farm, not as rural as hers, but it's just kind of yeah, there's a natural beauty around, and it kind of makes you think things are better than maybe they are. It's got a pull. I got that. I understood that. But yeah, the ease of which she sailed through all of her programs, I was like, maybe not so much. I think my favorite moment for me was when she found out that Randy Weaver was still alive, after her dad had been saying for like years and years and years that he was dead and we had to prepare because the government's coming for us and blah blah blah, and like the fucking paranoid delusion of her dad being wrapped up in this like one guy that you can like actually look up and see what he's been doing and see that he's alive, and she's just like, what? Yeah. Because like all this other stuff is very removed from her, right? That she's learning about like the Holocaust and the civil rights movement and whatever else that she had no idea about. She was kind of like, oh, look at all these things. But then like Randy Weaver, this thing that's like been in her home that she's been hearing about her whole life, you know, so the opposite of the other things, has this like verifiable truth to it, and that truth is that her dad is lying. I was just like, congratulations, you're never going back. So yeah, I neglected to look up what this is rated on Goodreads and how many ratings there are, but I guarantee there's a lot of them, and that most of them are good. So there's that. I'll put it in the comments if I remember. Yeah, like, I'm glad I've finally read it, given, you know, the attention that it's gotten. You know, I feel like I sometimes miss the big things that people read and talk about and become part of our, like, cultural milieu. So, yeah. Glad to read it. Like I said, read it with my book club. Everyone else was just like, yeah. Like, this is the book. But yeah, the way people talked about it originally, I was like, I thought this was gonna be way worse than it was. Like, in terms of, like, the abuse and everything, or, like, that it was just gonna be bigger. I don't know if that's quite what I thought it was gonna have a bigger impact the way that other people talk about its impact on themselves. I was just like, okay, I read the book. Like, it's not changed me. Very few books do. I just read for enjoyment. I'm not looking to, well, no, that's not true. Yeah. It's fine. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you around next time.